qualifying, where we're waiting for the lights to turn green in the pit lane to signify the start of the session here at the Hockenheim Ring for this weekend's German Grand Prix. And as we count down to that green light, I have to say, Anthony Davidson, that this rain is not showing any signs whatsoever of abating. I imagine we'll be looking at some last-minute setup changes to better adapt these cars to the conditions. What do you think?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Apex7 and today I'm going to be playing F1 2019. This is my make Max Verstappen Drivers World Champion. This is episode 11, we're at the German Grand Prix. Thank you very much everyone who's watching right now, I really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links are free as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. We do appreciate my road to 600 subscribers. As you can see, it's intermediate conditions for qualifying here in Germany. The car set I'll be using for this live stream.
Okay, we'll alter the setup of the car.
For this video will be in the description box down below. Dry race. Okay, so normally I don't have that much fuel on board, but this time around I'm going to make sure I have quite a bit of fuel on board just so I can do a couple of laps. Alright, here we go for qualifying one. Okay, here we go, flying lap now. Already done one lap. Just to see how things go. Back end struggling to get any grip down. 2 tenths down on Hamilton's first sector time, I'd take that. Cooked the apex nicely there. No real issues that I saw there. Fly through there, ran a bit wide. 1.4 seconds behind. That's not good. Going around the final corner now. What's my time going to be? It is 1 minute 25.0. Gonna have to move down the ERS a bit. It's really the second sector where I need to improve. Lost the back end. If in the second sector I'm able to improve, then I'll carry on to finish the lap, otherwise I'll just dive into the pits. Opposite lock there. This isn't a track suited for the Red Bull, so I'm not expecting much.
We have 2 laps of fuel remain. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, might as well dive into the pits. Might get eliminated in qualifying 1. I could probably get a good qualifying position if I use the wet setup for Germany, but at the same time, in the race, I'd be really slow. And the Red Bull already isn't very good in straight line speed compared to the other top teams in Mercedes and Ferrari.
Best lap so far is a 1 minute 25.0.
And that's the end of qualifying 1. I decided not to go out again. I got eliminated in 17th place. So the first 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 1 are Kimi Raikkonen, Max Verstappen, Robert Kubica, George Russell and Alexander Albon. Here we go to the race.
Welcome to the Rhine Valley and the Hockenheim Ring, where we await the start of the highly anticipated German Grand Prix. So let's join the action down on the grid. It's 2.8 miles around the Hockenheim Ring then, with an average lap speed in excess of 130 miles per hour. The long curved back straight leads into a tight hairpin for the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. But there are plenty of other options available around the 17 corners here today. It's just about time to go to the track for the beginning of the race, but before we do, Anthony Davidson, what types of strategy do you think we can expect for today's event?
Well, there's a lot that both the driver and the team have to keep in mind when going into a race. The tyres, fuel, energy recovery systems, the list goes on and on. But I think the key to today's victory will come down to the pit stop strategy. Come in too soon and you might find yourself needing more than one stop. Too late and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by spending longer on worn tyres.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Gasly, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Perez and Roman Grosjean, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll and Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Max Verstappen and Robert Kubica. Russell and Alexander Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And now, it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, we're on the grid right now for the German Grand Prix. Didn't have a very good qualifying. With 34 laps, we're going to be doing 1 pit stop, going from the mediums to the hard compound tyres. We're going to have 35 laps of fuel on board. 10 seconds is the gap between 1 and 2 pit stops. Here we go for the race. 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps, and we are racing! As usual, I get an amazing start.
Okay,
hopefully I go into the first corner without any damage. Let's see. Oh, look up to Giovinazzi. Oh, a little tap there from the Alfa Romeo, Kimi Raikkonen there, but no damage thankfully. Going into the second corner, gonna outbrake some cars. Oh, hit with the front left on Giovinazzi's car. Able to get by him nevertheless. Okay, good start. 14th place right now. Got a couple of cars ahead of me. Caught up so much. Look at that. I'm able to caught up so much. I'm able to actually dive to the right hand side, go to the inside of Hülkenberg.
Well
Somehow got collision with Stroll. Not too sure about that one. Up into 13th place right now. So far so good. Pretty good opening lap for me right now. Catch up nicely to Lance Stroll. Lewis Hamilton goes quickest, 1 minute 21. Didn't quite catch that. Less than 2 tenths behind Lance Stroll right now. I'm going to get through the field as quickly as possible. My aim for this race is to get at least into the top 5, ahead of my teammate as well. If I can get ahead of Lewis Hamilton, that'll be a plus. The way Stroll was able to pull away from me there. Once again, under braking, going into the hairpin, I have the advantage and I take it. That's top position for me now.
Good work, great pass.
Against Stroll. Stroll still behind me though, not allowing me to get away. Quite nicely to Grosjean. Looking for the overtake there, but just wasn't enough space. Grosjean moved over slightly to the left. Make it a bit more difficult for me to try and overtake there. But right now I've got the pace. Oh my days, look how quick the fastest lap was changing hands. First Hamilton, then Vettel, now Leclerc.
Race officials have enabled DRS.
DRS enabled.
DRS is now
Lap
available.
3 now. Look at that, under braking. Able to pass Grosjean, nice and easy then. Nice and easy there. Standard fuel mix. Medium ERS. Move that to high. Moved rich as well. Want to stay ahead of Grosjean, who's got DRS, so do I, but just want to be careful. Just moved everything down for the braking zone. 3 cars in front of me, Ricciardo, Magnussen and Carlos Sainz. Quite nicely to the back of Ricciardo here. Might be able to overtake him going into this next corner. If I get a good, decent run, I think I've got it. I'm going to dive to the inside. Yes, I am. And I'm able to get him. Don't think there was any contact. Up to 10th place now. It's only taken me 3 laps to get into the top 10. Very happy with that. This stadium section, this Red Bull does amazingly well. Look how close I am to Magnussen. I might try and take it, and I do. Unlike what happened with Grosjean, I was far more comfortable trying to dive up the inside there. It's very tricky trying to overtake there, because if you have your left front tyre on the curb, then it's possible your car will spin. So thankfully I was able to do it. We've got Carlos Sainz now ahead of us. It should be a piece of cake. Got 2 doses of DRS down the pit straight, down this straight as well. Sainz goes defensive. I ran a bit wide. But once again, they'll get DRS. This should be pretty easy. In high, ERS, rich, and just sail by him. Easy as you like. Got my teammate Gasly ahead of me now. Driving really well so far. Just cutting through the field. Tyres looking good. Looks like I've got a group of cars ahead of me. One of them is my teammate Gasly. Another one looks like a Force India as well as a Renault, I think. No, not a Renault. It's a McLaren. Yeah, it's a McLaren. Bottas goes quickest, 1 minute 17.3. I think Bottas is currently in the lead right now. Personal best lap time for me, 1 minute 17.4. So far so good. Driving really well. Personal best first sector. 1.4 seconds clear of Carlos Sainz. Gonna save some fuel and ERS right now with lean and low. Got Norris now ahead of me. My teammate passed Lando Norris. Might be able to have Lando Norris go through the DRS zones. There's 3. Sebastian Vettel goes quickest, 1 minute 17.2.
Vettel has just posted the fastest lap of the race so far.
Roger that. Got DRS, gonna have DRS again here. Look at that, beautifully done.
Pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
Good exit out of the first corner. The angle's not exactly right for this corner here, but that's okay. Squeezed out Lando Norris. Up into 7th place now. My teammate is attacking the racing point. I keep on... Oh my days, it's been a bit of time, but I keep on having to think about what it's called. Lando Norris tried to come back at me, but still able to get ahead of him. Still able to get ahead and stay ahead of him.
Red Bulls.
Okay, lap 7 now. Got DRS on my teammate. They're both on the mediums. I'm wondering if anyone's on the softs. Because obviously in qualifying I didn't get through to qualifying 2. So it looks like everyone did their laps on the mediums.
Pierre ahead. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:18.5. You're closing by 0.4 per lap.
Nice piece of information. Although in qualifying it was intermediate conditions, so maybe whole qualifying was intermediate conditions, because then the rule is, since though it wasn't dry, you can use any tyres you want at the start of the race, so maybe that's why. Got up nicely to the back of my teammate here. This stadium section, I don't know what it is, but I'm very, very good here. One thing about the Red Bull, it's very good at changing direction. It's very, very good. DRS. Throughout this entire race, I'm playing around with the fuel and ERS just to make sure I've got enough when I really need it. Looks like Mercedes up front is starting to pull away a bit from the 2 Ferraris and a Mercedes that's sandwiched in between. Fastest in the first sector. Closing in on my teammate, I'm in rich and high. Close right, oh my days, that was close. So close. I had to just ever so slightly turn to the left just to make sure my front wing didn't hit my teammate's rear left. Otherwise that could have been a puncture and definitely damaged my front wing. That would have definitely spoiled my race. Can't allow myself to be held up by these two for too long. Otherwise I'll definitely lose an opportunity to get maybe even on the podium. Which would be very, very happy. Very, very good result for me. Perez looked like he was defensive there, going through that corner. During the stadium section, I'm normally putting my fuel down to lean and then ERS down to low just to save some of them. Oh, my teammate goes down the inside. Can you get him? Yes, he can. That's going to allow me to attack Perez now. I'm going to have him. So in the space of a straight, Perez has lost 2 positions. Now can I attack my teammate? Also have to be careful.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the
Also have to be careful of Perez down. DRS going down. It is. Oh my days, my teammate squeezed me out quite a lot there. Moved over to the left hand side. Get a good angle. Someone's trying to go down my inside. I think it's Perez. Taking on my teammate. He's got the inside line for the next corner. Can my teammate stick with him though? Up into 5th place now. It's been a great opening stint for me. Now let's see if I can hunt down Lewis Hamilton right now in 4th place. Gonna have to really push.
The gap to the car ahead is 7.5 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 1.5 seconds.
Okay, lap 10. Pulling away nicely from Perez. Main focus right now is catching the couple of cars in front of me. It's like the Ferraris got ahead, at least one Ferrari's got ahead of the Mercedes. Actually, it looks like both Ferraris have got ahead of both Mercedes here. So both of them are doing well. Right now that I've got ahead of my teammate, I've achieved one goal. I need to get ahead of Lewis. He's currently the Drivers' Championship leader.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 7.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 17.4. You're losing around 3/10 a lap.
Losing 3/10. Strange. Let's see what the gap is now. It was like 7.3, I think, the gap. 7 seconds. I've taken 3 taps out. What's my engineer doing? Seriously. I wish there was a way to actually fire the guy, because I would employ someone else, because he's giving me some horrible information. Fastest in the first sector.
Leclerc has the lead.
Well done to Charles Leclerc. Still got a long way to go yet. Not even halfway through the race.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.5 seconds.
Okay, taking some nice chunks out of Lewis's lead over me right now. Charles Leclerc goes quickest, 1 minute 16.9. Personal best, 1 minute 17.2. I'm really pushing hard right now. Once again fastest, in the first sector.
Your DRS is offline.
Oh, come on!
The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while
Really?
we work on a fix.
Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. We're on lap 16 now. Bottas is the one directly in front of me now. Now it's Lewis, so Bottas clearly passed Lewis here. I believe lap 16 is when I'm going to... So, I think lap 16 is when I'm supposed to be pitting, so... I think I'm going to be pitting at the end of this lap. In rich right now, in medium.
Okay, tyre situation bad. Consensus around the garage is they're not looking great, and I don't think you're going to get much more out of them.
Okay, 5.1, the gap between me and Hamilton, last time I saw, going through sector 2.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
What's that? I think Lewis is in the pits as well as a Ferrari. Oh, I can't believe my DRS is not working. 6% front left, so it's a good thing I pitted. Lewis is going to have to wait for me to go by before he can come out of his box. This will be a good pit stop.
Go
2.4, not too bad. Can't really complain about that.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Norris is ahead of me on the mediums. Need to get ahead of Norris quickly. Can't afford to be held up by him. DRS. Catching him up rather nicely here. Here the crowd cheering. Took that corner very nicely there. Red Bull's feeling very planted right now. I can push really hard. Catching, and you overtake, and I just sweep by him. Took a lot more speed than he did. Granted, he's on quite worn tyres by now. Fuel's enriched, gonna have to bring it down. My teammate's in the pits.
Pierre is in the pits.
Bottas is just exiting the pits now, along with one of the Ferraris. Trying to give it everything I've got right now to catch Lewis. I want 4th place at least. Depending on how quickly I can catch and pass Lewis will determine how quickly I can possibly catch up to Bottas. Fastest in the first sector now by 4 attempts.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Engineer, are you seriously not watching the race? I've been in the top 10 for a while. Could I possibly set a fastest lap of the race here? I'm low on fuel right now. Need to be careful of it. Personal best in the second sector by 4 attempts. Closing in on him nicely here. Around the final corner. What's the gap between me and Lewis now? Can I set fastest lap of the race here? Yes, I can. 1 minute 16.7. Gap between me and Lewis is only 1.3 seconds now.
Hamilton ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:17.6.
Okay, 1 minute 17.6. I did 1 minute 16.7. So that's what, 9 tenths quicker. Both Ferraris in the lead right now. I think it's Vettel, then it's Leclerc, then it's Bottas in first, second, third, and then Hamilton 4th. I'm in 5th.
Vettel's in first place.
There you go. Just confirmation of the lead up. Lap 20, 14 laps left to go. Really pushing hard, trying to catch Lewis. DRS. Now right now, even if I was in rich and in high ERS, I wouldn't be able to pass Lewis. So right now I'm in lean and low, in a rich, in a fuel mix and ERS respectively, just to try and save some when I can really start to attack him once I've closed in the gap a bit. Right now I'm trying to have Lewis drag me along a bit. Still within second, but very close to being out of it, so I need to make sure I don't allow that to happen. Right off on the corner, gonna get DRS once again, had to lift off slightly, ran a bit wide. Gaining on Lewis.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Okay. can see I'm gaining on him slowly but surely. Under braking, look how much I could take into that corner. Look how much speed. I must admit,
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
I know I've said this before already, but the Red Bull's feeling so planted right now. The car setup that I've got for this track in particular is feeling amazing. I can chuck the Red Bull into the corners and it feels like it's going to stick even on these hard tyres. DRS. Just did the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 16.6. Really close to the back of Lewis.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
Oh, forget managing my tyres, man. Forget that. Look how close I am to getting 4th place. Interested in getting 4th place right now. Lewis has opened up a bit of a gap to me. Can I catch him though? Here we go. We're gaining. We're gaining. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Down the inside. Beautifully done. There we go. Collision with Hamilton. Oh, come on, man. Got to position. Up into 4th. Now the question is, can I pull away from Lewis? That's the key. Can I pull away from him? Because I have no doubt with DRS, he's going to be able to cause me trouble. Right now I want to try and catch Bottas, but if I'm busy wasting time fighting Lewis, not going to be helping me. What's the gap between me and Lewis? Did the fastest final sector. Gap is 6/10. He's going to get DRS. He's going to be able to pass me here. It's a bit too far away. I've put the fuel into rich, just trying to negate the DRS for Lewis. Okay, he's not going to pass me here. Good.
This is right behind me, lap 23. I've only just overtaken him, and yet it looks like I can't get away from him now. Works so hard to try and catch him, but now it feels like it's inevitable that he's going to pass me at some point.
We're leading our teammate by 14.3 seconds.
10 laps left to go. Gotta get DRS here. 2.9, the gap between me and Bottas. Surprisingly enough, the straight just wasn't enough for Hamilton to pass me. Yellow flag for some reason. Oh, Bottas is slowing down.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Gap to car in front is 2.1 seconds.
Oh yes,
Okay,
Bottas
some
is out.
information on Bottas. They're retiring from the race.
Bottas is out of the race.
Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
Oh yes, come on. Let's go. Oh, Hamilton's gaining. I need DRS from Raikkonen. But I'm not going to get it. It's just going to sail by me. I might be able to outbrake him into that corner, but
Run off our corner. Gonna get DRS. Battle for the final podium position. Lewis got DRS as well, thanks to Raikkonen.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Oh my days, can I catch him? Put you far back. Oh, can I make it? No, I can't. Ran too wide. That's annoying. Oh, we ran a bit wide. Way ahead of my teammate right now. Oh, ran a bit wide. Gaining on him nicely here. Not going to overtake him now though. Just want to save some fuel and some ERS. Right up on the corner. Lap 28, 6 laps left to go. Saved a little bit of fuel. Almost a second behind Lewis. Can't let it get to a second. Around the final corner.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
Yep. Ooh, catch up very nicely here to Lewis. Oh, ran a bit wide. Gaining here, gaining. This once again moves over defensively. Yes, wait for me to turn. Third place is mine, once again.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Able to put out a decent gap to him. Still gonna get DRS though. Put that into Rich.
Okay, gap ahead is 8.9 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not catching Leclerc. Looks like it's gonna be a Ferrari 1-2. Well, I was going over to the right hand side to try to defend, but gotta try to switch back. Back behind Lewis. I thought he's got to turn in on me there. Oh my god! That little dink to the right there kind of worried me there for a second. Four laps left to go. Lap 30, lap 31 now. ERS is currently in end. I'm trying to save as much ERS as possible.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
4 laps of fuel. This once again is just going to sail by me. Actually, maybe not this time. Took my time going through this hairpin. I want to make sure I hit the apex, not giving Lewis any room to try and do a switchback on me. This will be an amazing result. Red Bull's come alive in the past couple of races. Catch up to a back marker, which might help me a little bit. It's Robert Kubica. Two more laps left to go.
Gap to teammate behind is 14.6 seconds.
"14 seconds clear of my teammate. Gotta get DRS here. Robert Kubica may have just came at exactly the right time. Is Hamilton trying to dive up me inside? Yes, he was. Wow. Sorry, Hamilton, that's not going to work. Going well so far. Penultimate lap. Who's going to finish on the podium? Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton? I think I've got a nice gap to Lewis here, even with DRS. Don't think he'll be able to pass me at all here now. It's only on the final lap he might be able to pass me.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Come on, I'm so close. Can't afford any mistakes going through this stadium section. Around the final corner.
This is your final lap of the race.
Ran a bit wide there. Here we go. Best opportunity for Lewis to try and pass me. Too far back, Lewis. Oh, ran a tiny bit wide there. Oh!
Yellow flag.
Who's going slowly? Oh my days, I thought it was a Ferrari for a second. I thought it was a Ferrari that was going slow. It's actually Williams. George Russell. No way Lewis can pass me now.
Okay, clear.
What a race it's been.
The car in front is 10.6 seconds.
What a race it has been. And Sebastian sets the fastest lap of the race on the last lap of the race. Oh no, wait, Charles Leclerc takes it away from him. Well done to Sebastian Vettel for winning the race. I come forth to get third place. Very happy with that result. Worked really hard for it.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Red Bull's been pretty good since Monaco.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So, let's review the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
Let's move on to the Constructors. Our championship leaders retain their position, but their lead is shrinking. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
As you can see in the Constructors' Championship, with Ferrari getting a 1-2, looks less likely we can catch them in second place. Although the Drivers' Championship, we're 6 points behind Bottas, so second place is achievable in the Drivers' Championship. Less so the championship itself, which is a bit disappointing. Lewis Hamilton's gonna need to at least retire once in the upcoming races in order for me to even think I can really challenge for the Drivers' Championship. I got the driver of the day from 17th to 3rd. The car was magnificent, to be honest, from start to finish. It felt like I can push all the way through the race. That's going to be the end of this video. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. Really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links will be as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow for my next Grand Prix, which I believe is the Hungarian Grand Prix. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you will have a great day. Laters.